Hey, what's up, y'all? Uh, so, I feel like I have a message to share. Past couple days, it's been just haunting me to get it out and share with the world. What's ironic about it is that it's the chapter in my book that I'm writing is focused upon. Words and Labels is the name of the chapter. But what it gets to is the way we live our lives through surface meaning of words, when really words are more like spells. They have such a deeper psychological meaning to them, and people just don't take the time to notice that because we're always in a hurry. So what I want to do is I want to teach you guys how to reprogram your brain through words, labels, affirmations, things like that. Because of the surface meaning of words, we don't really ever think about what we're doing. We just go with it because somebody says something, or when we say something, we expect others to go along with it because of the surface meaning of words. And so I want to teach you more in depth the psychological meaning of what words really do to us, and how they dictate our lives, the way that they make us go subconsciously without us even knowing it. So the reason why I want to share this with you is because the chapter in my book is Words and Labels, and that's what I'm working on right now. And I was thinking about the quiet time ritual that I do every day. Now, this is different than a meditation. I mean, it's a type of meditation, but it's not my meditation. My meditation is different. I'll talk about that on another chat. But I call it a quiet time ritual, and that's what I do is I just take 15 minutes a day, same time every day. The reason why same time every day is because then you give that time energy. It makes it more special. There we go. It makes it more special because if you set a certain time to do something and you do that every day, what you need to know about this world is made of energy on the quantum level. And I don't know if you know much about quantum physics, but you need to. You need to at least look into it so you have a better idea of what the world's made of. This physical realm is just what our eyes are trained to see. There's so much more going on in this world than what we see, I promise you. Quantum physics states and proves that molecules and electrons that are being aggravated over here can also aggravate protons and electrons over here. That has nothing to do with what's going on here, because there is no physical barriers. There's no barriers that stop us like I hold this pen. Quantum physics, no, there's no physical. And so everything's made of energy, and you need to understand that in order to bring energy to yourself. So, hey Amber, I see ya. I'm going on 4 years sober. 3 years I've been meditating. 2 years I've been working in depth on like psychological meaning of words and reprogramming my subconscious. So I am what I let in my brain, and it's very important you do that too, because you are impacted so easily and you just don't even know it. And so the question is what do you want to be? Who do you want to be like? What kind of strengths do you want? What kind of personality traits do you want? Because you are perfectly eligible to have any personality trait that you'd like. And also, if you've ever, sat back and daydreamed in a hospital and you watched a couple confident people walk by and you say to yourself, man, I wish I had that confidence. Well, you do have that confidence. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you wouldn't have been able to see that confidence in them if you didn't already have that characteristic in you. You just have it covered right now. You got to find ways to peel the onion back, as I call it. So you can have whatever personality trait you want. You can act however you want. You want to be whoever you want to be. You can create whatever world you want to be and just step into it. That's what I'm trying to do. I've just found a real nice, warm, cozy spot right now, and it's peaceful, and I have some self-worth, and I have some sense of accomplishment. You know, I have a little bit of pride. I have my own 2 feet to stand on now. I feel like I have, if I wanted to get into some kind of debate, I feel like I would be strong enough to stand on my own 2 feet and offer my opinions for the first time in my life. And that's, I have to thank meditation for all that. Also my quiet time ritual, but you know, the meditation is what first opened me up to a different perspective of life. And it comes naturally. You don't have to force yourself to try to see things different. Meditation does that for you naturally. You just got to have patience and a little bit of time. It will do temporary relief, but we don't want that. We don't want temporary. We want to put our effort into something, right? We want to build something. We want to become something. We want to have an empire. We want to offer something to the world. We want to feel confident in what we've made ourselves, and so that's what I'm going to try to teach you right now. I don't know how detailed I can get with it. I suppose I can start from the very beginning. Okay, so have you ever got in your car when you got off work and you drove home, you pulled in the driveway, put it in park, and you said, how the hell did I get here so quick? I don't even really remember driving home. Or driving to work. Boy, that was a really quick drive to work, right? Well, what that is when you do something so many times the same way, it becomes second nature. And second nature is your subconscious. So your conscious, yeah, you make decisions here in life, but your subconscious is what runs you, is what drives you, is what guides you, is what takes you places. When you end up places and you have a divine feeling, that's because your subconscious has led you there. That isn't conscious decisions. So second nature is what we want to get to. It's another word for subconscious. Second nature, subconscious. Okay? So the subconscious is actually what drives us, like as I just said. So, how can we get our subconscious to lead the way more often is the question, right? How can we have it lead the way? But here's the thing. We got to have the right thing in our subconscious before we want to do that, right? Because if we have still all those negative and bad things, we don't want it leading the way, because that's when you end up in jail, or you go to prison, or you go to treatment centers, or you lose your kids. You just don't want to go down that road, I promise. I've been there, I know. You don't want to do it. Now, some people need to do it. Some people have to do it in order to see the other side of the coin. Like me, yes. But there are some of you out there that don't have to do other people's experiences. So just try not to do that. So, second nature. How do we make second nature run our lives? If we have good things in our brain programmed, right? So what we do is, see, this can be spiritual, this can be religious, or it don't have to be. It's up to you. It's up to you how you want your program to be. Me? Yeah, it's spiritual. It's not religious. Religion is necessary, obviously. You know, kids that grow up, they need to go to church, and they need to do that. It's a very necessary item. But once you start getting older, you start thinking, well, there's got to be more. And so this is what I'm talking about. This can be spiritual for you, and it doesn't have to be spiritual for you. It can just be a mind-body connection. It can just be a mind-body reprogram. Dr. Joe Dispenza does a lot of that. He is a little bit spiritual, but he broke his back, and what happened was he sat in the hospital for 9 months, and he rebuilt his whole spine through his imagination. That's how strong our minds are. I'm not even kidding you. If you can put the time and the effort into it, I promise you, you can make anything that you want out of your life with your thoughts. This dude, spine, he had zero chance of walking. He had the best doctors across the nation telling him the same thing. You got to have surgery. You got to have surgery. And he just wouldn't do it. And he rebuilt his back through his imagination, through affirmations. I'm not sure if his are exactly the way that I do mine. I'm sure it's got to be close. So just for a little, so you know that they do work, I just want to let you know some things that have worked for me. About 6 months prior to me getting out of prison, I ran across this type of mind-body connection, and I started writing things down that I wanted to come true. And so I've had quite a few things come true for me. I had to battle a little bit once I got out of prison, and I had to go to a homeless shelter for a while, but within a month I already had my own place. I knew exactly what I had to do. I was spending quiet time rituals with myself and these things, trying to make sure I had a beautiful home to move to, a safe place to move to. I wanted my teeth reworked on. I wanted to have nice clothes when I got out. I wanted to hit a good job when I got out. All of that stuff came true for me right when I got out of prison, and I'm a felon. Because of programming my mind to tell myself I'm worthy of having these things, then they come to you. It's called the law of attraction. If you guys aren't familiar, look it up too. It's just the way it is. It's gravity. It's like gravity. It's a law. You can't do nothing about it. So the universe is only going to give back to you what you're worthy of having. And the only way you're worthy of having something is if you tell yourself you have it already.